this is recording. Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Tarquinio. I hope you're having a good day. Just wanted to give you a quick lesson here on pronouns. You've got a pronoun sheet that you're going to be working on for tomorrow. You might have jumped ahead and already started it, but if not, just going to review these two worksheets because they can get a little bit confusing. So we have the pronouns I and me, and then we and us on this worksheet. So I and me can get confusing because you're talking about the same person, correct? So the difference is that you use I when you're in the subject of the sentence, so the first part of the sentence. For example, I am going to eat lunch. Or you use me when it's coming in the predicate of the sentence, which is, we know, at the end of the sentence. For example, she is going to play at the park with me. So that's where I and me differ. And the same thing goes with we versus us. We comes in the subject of the sentence. For example, we are going to go play on the swing set. Or you want to use us when it's in the predicate of the sentence. So at the end of the sentence, for example, do you want to play on the swing set with us? So to show you how it sounds incorrect is that you wouldn't say me is going to go on the swing. You would say I am going to go on the swing. And the same thing goes for using we and us. You wouldn't say us are going to play on the swing set. Or you wouldn't say, do you want to come with we? Right? So hopefully you can hear that and it shouldn't sound correct. So I and we go in the subject of the sentence, and me and us go at the predicate in the sentence, the end of the sentence. So there are some examples here. Molly and I are writing the report, and I, again, the pronoun, when you're using the pronoun I, it always gets a capital letter when you're writing things out. So let's take a look at a few of these examples. For number one, it says, blank am working with Tyler, Jake, and Robin. We're using I or me. So say it out loud to yourself. I am working with Tyler, Jake, and Robin. Or me am working with Tyler, Jake, and Robin. Which one sounds the best? Hopefully you're saying in your head, I. Not to mention, I is the subject of the sentence. So if we go back up to the direction, I and we are used in the subjects of a sentence. So number one would be I. Now again, I or me for numbers 1 through 4, Tyler asked I to help him, or Tyler asked me to help him. Which one sounds best? Well, in this sentence, Tyler is actually our subject, and the me is coming in the predicate. So that's why we use me in that sentence. Going down to down here in section B, this is where you're going to practice using we or us. Liam is working with we too, or Liam is working with us too. Okay, again, go back up to the directions. The pronoun me and us can be used in the predicate. So this one, Liam is our subject right in here, and working with us. So we know that us is within the predicate, and so we're going to use us. A little bit confusing, but I think if you say these out loud to yourself, they will make a lot more sense. Now, I am going to go to the next page because this one gets a little bit confusing also. So if we go down to the pronouns, we're using the pronouns with adding self to the end. So this could be myself, herself, himself, ourselves, themselves. Those are all pronouns, but they can get confusing. So if we take a look at the directions, you might say, I helped myself to some mashed potatoes. So for example, you wouldn't say I helped me to some mashed potatoes, I helped I to some mashed potatoes. When you're talking about when you do something for yourself, that's when you add in the self to the end of that pronoun. Mom made them herself. So think about what the subject is. If you're talking about mom and you want to use that in the female tense, you would use herself. If the same sentence was dad made them himself, because we usually would use the her and him to use for male versus female. The ending selves is used for plural pronoun. If you have two people in the subject here, for example, Fred and Dave served themselves, that's when you would use them because we're talking about two people, correct? And here, we, you know, that's me and somebody else, or me and a group of people, we cleaned the kitchen ourselves. So in that case, it wouldn't just be one person, myself, herself, himself, because it's we, it's more than one person. So to go over a few here, we would write self or selves with that pronoun. So for example, he typed the report. If we're talking about he here in the subject, we know that's the male pronoun. We're going to use a male pronoun. So we would say he typed the report himself. And number two, my brother and I make blank snacks after school. So my brother and I, that's two of us. So my brother and I make ourselves snacks after school. Carl's the name of a male. So Carl gets himself an apple from the bag. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. I apologize, I don't have this interactive where I could type this in to show you, but hopefully those directions helped a little bit while you're walking through these two sheets. Okay, hope you have a good day. Any questions, or if this was confusing, please just send me an email. Bye, boys and girls.